This is Beiling Gao. I from Norway. 27th of July, I did group puja. In this puja, we allowed to write 4 family members. So I write down my husband's name and my parents to pray healthy. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, puja is finished in Norwegian time. Then after 5 hours, we eating breakfast and we go to work. But before we eating breakfast, my husband used to take some medicines and using spray to his nose and drop his eyes because he is very seriously for allergy. He is nearly 30 years, and if he don't use that, he is painful with his eyes couldn't open, and nose is bleeding sometimes. Using this medicine also over 1 year and couldn't stop. But just the same days, in that morning before breakfast, he didn't doing the same action. I'm very surprised in that time because he is a Norwegian. I didn't tell him I did puja for him, and I also didn't ask. So we just go to job. After we go back home, and in the evening we have a free talking. I asked him, today you forgot using your medicine for your allergy for your nose and eyes. He said yes. Today morning when I wake up, I suddenly decided myself I don't want using my medicine. So whole day I didn't feeling unwell. It's quite well. So I quit it. In my mind, I think, wow, this must be Swamiji did, and strongly recommend everybody to participate in the ritual in the Swamiji of us to get blessing.
Nityanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers as we are getting ready excitedly for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, and Devi Parashakti herself will be gracing each and every one of us. I'm so sure that each and every one of you are eagerly awaiting the divine darshan of Devi Parashakti. How much, I'm sure many of you had been in the darshans beforehand, especially in just few days back. Yesterday we had a amazing darshan. I can myself, when I remember, I feel so blissful, and I heard from so many people that the experience was just so bliss out. How after the darshan, people were just looking at each other and just smiling, and they were not able to contain their bliss. If you want this experience, if you're joining us for right now for the first time, perhaps just scrolling through on Facebook, or if you just happen to find this video on YouTube, you can just tune in, stay tuned for the live darshan of Devi Parashakti herself. It was absolutely exquisite. It was just a spiritual feast, I can say. Yesterday, we were not able to take our eyes away from Devi Parashakti and her grace, her darshan, how she manifested so powerfully through the Supreme Pontific Hinduism. I invite each and every one of you, what was your experience? How did you feel? And if you asked a question also, many people had asked questions yesterday and the day before yesterday, and they had received such profound boons from Devi Parashakti, and just sitting and just witnessing also has such a profound experience. It is really such an amazing experience to just sit, watch, and to be witness to such an amazing darshan. And the darshan of Devi Parashakti, and I understand one thing I'd like to tell. In a temple, if you go to normally, if you go to the temple normally, any temple nowadays, and when we go, we have to wait in line after line, and we have to just you have to go in line, especially in Tirupati. You have to go literally up. You have to walk, and you have to go through the 7 hills and walk up so many steps, and you yourself have to do so much just to get there. Finally, when you get there, it's just a blissed out experience when you witness for the first time and you have the darshan of Devi Parashakti. No, what you're doing, each and every one of us, as we are watching it, we're just coming upon Devi Parashakti. She is literally coming to us. And in every temple, if you go, if you want to have darshan of the deity, you will see in every temple, if you go, literally you will always just you will have to do so much. You have to wait in line, sometimes wait for days. I know in some temples when there's a rush, and especially during the very festive occasions. Right now we are celebrating Adivali, we're celebrating just we had finished Varalakshmi Vratam. When these festivals come around in the very big temples, the darshan of Devi Parashakti is something that people are waiting for, and they literally are always waiting for Devi Parashakti and continuously simply just waiting, and they're waiting in lines for Devi Parashakti. But here, literally, most of us are just coming across Devi Parashakti, and suddenly we have the darshan, and we have such an exquisite, live darshan of Devi Parashakti. We have the live darshan of Devi happening, and there is just no way how we can take for granted these moments. Understand, when you are offering, you yourself are opening yourself up to the divine. It is a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I just like to take a few minutes of your time today. And before we are going into the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, and we will be graced with the presence of Devi Parashakti once again, you can make an offering today. And let us first understand the context behind the offering, why we should do an offering, and then we will go into each and every one of the opportunities that you have to make an offering today. So yes, thank you so much for joining, and I hope that each and every one of you stay tuned for the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program. You will literally be so blown away by the darshan. And if I was hearing from some of the sharings of people who were just witnessing the darshan, if you just witness, you just have that bliss out experience. If you want that, if you are yearning for that, yearning for something higher in your life, I invite Let us all await the darshan of Devi Parashakti. While you're waiting, I'd love for each and every one of you to listen to a few of the offerings that you can make today. Yes, let's go on. How to make an offering? There is a beautiful way. Understand that each and every one of these offerings are offerings out of gratitude. Yes, let's go on. We can go to the next slide. Yes. So today we'll be having the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Devi Parashakti. And understand that we'll be having the darshan of masculine and feminine energies. Sorry, if we can go back, I think there might be a technical glitch. Yes. The masculine and feminine, both consciousness, have to be expressed equally by humans beings to be enlightened. Until enlightenment, only the masculine dimension expresses more than the feminine dimension, irrespective of both male or female physical body. Beautifully, in the Arunachala Puranam, it speaks about how Devi Parashakti literally meditates, and in Devi Parashakti herself, in the foothills of Arunachala, the great hillock, which is a form, which is the great hill, which is a form of Paramashiva himself, she meditates, and she herself, inside of herself, it describes how the feminine energy is awakened. And the Supreme Council of Hinduism has spoken about this very topic elaborately on the feminine consciousness. And you can experience the feminine consciousness, experience what the Supreme Council of Hinduism spoke about it also in the Paramashivoham program. Right now, we'll just be understanding about how the completion happens with the both the masculine and feminine parts of you, and the feminine energy inside of you is awakened in order for you to experience enlightenment. So as you can see here, every human being has to complete with these 5 dimensions to achieve enlightenment. One is the Pitru, the ancestors. 2 is the Kula Devata, the family deities. 3 is the parent. 4 is nature, and 5 is Guru. All of these are 5 dimensions through which you can achieve enlightenment. In our Puranas, in our history, in our scriptures, there's example after example in so many different ways where each and every great character, whether it be Rama or Krishna, or whether it be even even if you see Nachiketa, the story of Nachiketa, or if you see the story of Bhagirath, all of these are great people who can who will literally give example to how they achieved enlightenment through these 5 different ways. So our Hindu history has given us the examples. Now understand, first of all, that through these offerings we'll be completing incompletion. Incompletions are life negative and adharmic cognitions in the 5 dimensions, which lead to misconstrued karana and karya, the cause and effect. further leading to suffering and pain and calamities in the individual or personal, and as well, eventually in the collective global level. Everything which we are seeing is a effect of our individual personal inner space, the life negativity that we have. Yes, yes. And I invite each and every one of you, if you have experienced the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan, if you've experienced making an offering, if you experience just witnessing and the ecstatic feeling of being connected to Devi Parashakti, then I invite you to comment down below. And I see many of you have made a donation to the e-hundi. Thank you so much for your donation towards Kailasa Erez Ovokiski. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Thank you so much for your donation. And I'm sure each and every one of you will understand that just making an offering can open up the space, open up your space to receive Devi Parashakti. Welcome each and every one of you to comment down below as we are awaiting Devi Parashakti. If you have had an experience, there's many people who are watching now for the first time. If you've had an experience before from Devi Parashakti Akash reading, you can comment in the comments section. I'm looking at some of the comments right now, and I'd love to interact with each and every one of you. And I'd love to speak with each and every one of you and love to hear from you about the Devi Parashakti Akash reading. There's so many people who have not heard about Devi Parashakti who are tuning in for the first time on Facebook and on Twitter, on YouTube, on Instagram. I invite you to comment in all of the different platforms, and I'd love to see your comments and interact with you about how you experienced Devi Parashakti. I myself had such an amazing experience. It was just so mind-blowing the way she was manifesting and the way she was literally just oozing out that bliss. And it's amazing how no matter what, no matter the direction, no matter how much distance there is, she is just oozing out. If you just connect with her, you can feel the very same bliss. Oh my, that's amazing. So Angelica Agora Shivashakti, thank you so much for your comments I'm seeing right now. You said, beautiful experience last darshan for me. Devi helped me feel more completion with my mother, and my creativity was flowing for finishing an art piece I was avoiding. The art was beautiful, amazing. Wow, this is so amazing. Angelica, thank you so much for commenting. And I hope that everyone else who is watching understands if you have any incompletion with your creativity, expressing, take from Angelica's comments and experience here, that how she literally completed the expression of creativity inside of her, and she's just flowing and she's able to express. That is the power of the Devi Parashakti Akash being amazing. It's so wonderful to hear your experience. I invite you to share on Facebook, in more places, and you can make a video also and share about. And I'd love to see your art form. As an artist myself, I love when I'm able to hear that Devi Parashakti has literally awakened such beautiful dimensions in so many people. That is how she's manifesting for each and every one of us. Imagine there's so many people out there who are not able to experience this beautiful completion without themselves. I invite more and more people to share right now about your experience with Devi Parashakti. Understand, look at this, how Devi Parashakti had literally manifested completion with Angelica's own mother. And the completion dimension, sorry, the creativity dimension of her got awakened. And she literally was able to manifest that as an art. That's like literally manifesting powers, actually, because just from the completion, you're able to manifest the power of breath dimension. That's an amazing thing, Ma. And you can have a sharing, you can make a video, you can post on Facebook and share with more and more people how Devi Parashakti has done this, has literally, literally, just the darshan can make you manifest powers. Understand this is not something that can be taken lightly. We also have Eva Anderson, outstanding yesterday's darshan. I know it was just amazing. And I myself was just unable to control myself, unable to handle how beautiful, how expressive Devi Parashakti was, and how she was just so amazing. And thank you so much, Eva Anderson, for your donation towards Sayata and your e-hundi donation. I'd like to just say once again, and then we'll get back to some of the offerings that you can make today, and you can see as well. You is that we understand in every temple that you go to, you'll have to wait for hours in line. And even if we go into any temple, you have to wait for hours in lines. You have to go through hills and hills. You have to go up the steps. You have to do so much just to make the have the darshan of Devi Parashakti. But here, Devi Parashakti is opening up that most intimate space to connect with her, just for anyone and everyone on the digital platforms, for literally everyone. This is not something we can take for granted. First of all, even in India, it's so difficult now to go to the kshetras where you can have darshan of Devi Parashakti. And even if there's so many processions where Devi Parashakti herself comes out and she herself greets everyone who wants to watch and everyone who is devoted to her, she greets them. Devi Parashakti, even those processions, because of the COVID pandemic, is not happening due to so many different legal restraints and restraints by different institutions who are not able to control the pandemic that is ongoing. But Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has literally just made himself available for Devi Parashakti to manifest through, and for each and every one of us to literally experience Devi Parashakti for ourselves. And I see my Nitya Yogignananda has become a gold member of Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Nitya Yogignana Ma. It is always so wonderful to see how people are becoming gold members, or how people are joining. I invite each and every one of you to join also as a member of our YouTube channel, and it gives you access to so much, more than 20,000 hours of the life of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the special dikshas, the special initiations, even the most intimate, beautiful question and answer sessions, where just so casually the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism breaks our most hardest patterns of pain and suffering. Manitya Jalandhara Stithananda has commented, I have had the blessing of having Devi Parashakti respond to my parents' gifts. And in a space of such deep and profound gratitude, bliss, she gently held me, opening up so many dimensions and healing within me. So beautiful, Mom. Thank you so much for sharing with each and every one of us. Your sharing means so much, especially to some of the people who are our quiet onlookers and who have been watching perhaps for many, many days. And for the last 4 months, we've been watching, and maybe we're reluctant to participate, to ask maybe Parashakti a question. Understand, whatever it is, you will see that Devi Parashakti showers upon you, and you can ask whatever you want. You can ask right here on this chat, and make sure that you are joined in our YouTube channel channel, then you will be able to ask any question to Devi Parashakti in just a few hours. And we are each and every one of us eagerly awaiting the darshan of Devi Parashakti. And I invite more and more of you to comment. It's so nice to hear your comments. To see your comments and to see each and every one of you commenting. And thank you so much for your donations towards Kailasa. And literally, the e-hundi offering is our offering of gratitude towards Devi Parashakti for manifesting. I'm again saying that even in India, even being in India, being in the land where all these temples are available, where Devi Parashakti had literally created this huge, beautiful civilization, even being there, people cannot go to temples, and even the processions are being stopped, and it's not even safe for one being to step out of their room. There's so much value in just Swamiji making himself available for Devi Parashakti to manifest through, and for Devi Parashakti to literally happen and interact with each and every one of us. Just remembering yesterday's darshan and the darshans before that, I myself just become so ecstatic and so energetic. And I can say that even I was hearing many people who had witnessed the Devi Parashakti, how they were just looking at each other and just smiling and not even being able to say anything. They were just smiling and looking at each other. I encourage each and every one of you, if you have already had the darshan of Devi Parashakti, let's take a few minutes right now and let us offer to Devi Parashakti. And it doesn't need to be a substantial offering, or doesn't need to be so much. Whatever you feel, whatever you want, you can offer towards Devi Parashakti right now. And as we are awaiting the darshan of Devi Parashakti, you can make the offerings and you can just offer your love, your gratitude. Let us be in the divine remembrance of Devi Parashakti. And you can just simply remember the previous darshans, how Devi Parashakti was just expressing and expressing and expressing. It was just such an intimate, sacred space that she was allowing us into. And just in that remembrance of yesterday's darshan and how she was manifesting so powerfully, let us offer our gratitude and let us eagerly await the darshan of the Parashakti, which is happening live now. So now, let us enter and continue understanding the various different offerings that you can make. Yes. So understand that connecting to Devi Parashakti is being sensitive, is being aware and in gratitude to life, everything from the air we breathe, the place to sit, the energy to feel that you exist, energy to celebrate that you exist. Can we go on to the next slide? Thank you so much for waiting. I really appreciate the time and the volunteers sitting with us. We can go on to the next slide, and more of you can comment down below with your comment. Thank you. Understand. There's a few secrets of Hinduism that each and every one of us needs to know that there are 43 energies that constitute a human body. When all 43 are integrated, dharma one day comes and dharma, the cosmic modeling completion and sensitivity on the level of the Panchabhuta is the core principle of the cosmos. Yes. And awakening the sacred feminine is the key to enlightenment. When awakened, man expresses sacred feminine consciousness. He becomes a great revered leader. When awakened, a woman expresses sacred feminine consciousness. She literally becomes Devi Parashakti herself, cosmic mother. And through these offerings, you can experience conscious sovereignty, the key to the sacred feminine consciousness. Yes, and just take a few minutes to read from the comments. We have Jnana Priyan. Devi Parashakti is the sweetest, most loving, most empowering, most enigmatic expression of the cosmos. Just a simple desire to connect with her has brought about immense transformation in me. Wonderful, Jnana Priyan. Thank you so much for commenting and um, for participating in the discussion and participating. And I know it's sometimes such a very an intimate experience that it's not very we're not always open to sharing that on a public platform. So thank you so much to everyone who is commenting. And Jnanapriyan, I'm sure that Devi Parashakti has manifested in your life so much. Thank you so much for commenting. And thank you everyone who is joining with us right now. And I invite each and every one of you to comment in the comment section. And I'd love to hear from you. Ma Ananda Mahapurna, I hope you're doing so well. It's nice to see you on the chat, Nityanandan Yuma, and I hope you are enjoying the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program. And I hope that each and every one of you are enjoying the program. In just a few minutes, just a short time, we will be having the darshan of Devi Parashakti. And again, I would love to hear from each and every one of you. Ma Jalandhar Sthitananda has commented, Jnana Priyan has commented, and we also heard from Angelica, who has literally manifested the power of the breath dimension, which is so amazing with with Devi Parashakti's darshan. And Devi Karani, Airapatan, sorry if I mispronounced that. She's saying, thank you, Bhagavan and Sangha, and thank you, Ma, for commenting. And each and every one of you who is also donating towards Kailasa and taking these few minutes that we have before the darshan of Devi Parashakti to offer whatever you feel you want to offer. And it can be how much ever you want, in whatever way you can offer, and you can offer through the YouTube super chat, and many of us are joining right now. we have very beautiful verse from the scripture. If we can go on to the next slide. And it here means, if this is from the Rig Veda, if we can go back, sorry, let me just. I walk as the 11 Rudras, I walk as the Vasus, I walk as Vishnu and other Adityas and all divine forms, Vishwadevas, assuming the form of inner self of all gods, hold aloft Mitra and Varuna, even as Indra and Agni I do, and Ashwin twins too. Ekadasharudhas, Maharudha, Ashtavasu, Dvadashadityas, Vishwe Devata, all of them are my retinue. I move around in my various forms with them as I retinue. I protect all of them, including Mitra, Varuna, Indra, Agni, Ashwini, and Deva. And in this verse, Devi Parashakti declares herself as the inner self of all gods, divine energy. She is all pervading and all permeating. Yes. Now let us enter into the various different offerings that you can make to Devi Parashakti. Yes. Yes. We'll now begin. Sorry for that. Now I welcome each and every once again comment, and you can make any one of these offerings immediately. And I would love to hear your comments and interact with you, hear from you your experiences of the previous Devi Parashakti Akashic readings. And I know many of us have actually been through so much. Devi Parashakti has healed us, has literally just given us so much of healing, and especially during this time when literally global lockdown is going on, we are seeing no end in sight for the COVID pandemic, and more problems are arising. And amidst the pandemic, we are seeing social upheaval and so many different crises that are ongoing. And we are really, we are seeing so much. Except this time, Devi Parashakti um, is literally um, making herself available for each and every one of you. I invite you to share your experience, participate, and I'd love for each and every one of you to come join in on this beautiful ecstatic experience. So first of all, we have the E-Hundi offering. Sorry, Ma, I think I'm going a little bit too slow, but you can just go back to the last slide. The E-Hundi offering is the offering of any amount, and many of you have made this offering. Thank you so much for your donation towards Pranata. It's an offering of any amount. And whenever we go to the temple, we always offer to Devi Parashakti. And yes, and if there's any fear in your mind, you can simply drop it at Devi Parashakti's feet, and she will simply take care of it. In the verse which those, if we can just go back and love to chant the verse, the sacred scriptures that Swamiji has provided for each and every one of us understand the greater context behind the various offerings, behind Hinduism itself, and enlighten us ultimately. And Swamiji has ensured that for all of these offerings, we understand why and how it makes us manifest oneness with the divine. Yes. If we can just go to the previous slide. Yes. So you can make the e-hundi offering, which again you can make through the YouTube super chat, and you can make in all as well. You can make also, if you'd like to make more, through the payment gateways that we have available for each and every one of you. So the next is the Sankalpa offering. This Sankalpa is a prayer that you can offer to Devi Parashakti. And it says here that in the Saundarya Lahari, a extremely just a expression, ecstatic expression of Sri Adi Shankaracharya, one of the incarnations of Paramashiva, on Devi Parashakti. And in that, there is a verse that says, and I'll just be chanting or reading out the English translation. It says, "Let the mantras I chant with the sacrifice in my soul become chanting of your name. Let all my movements become auspicious mudras. Let my travel become perambulations around thee. Let the acid eating and drinking become fire, offerings and oblations in homa and yajna to thee. Let my act of sleeping become salutations to you, and let all actions of pleasure of mine become a part of your worship." Wonderful. So understand that we are offering a mantra with the Sankalpa. It has the power to literally align us to Devi Parashakti when we make it with that intention. So let's make this offering, and it's just $1. Just $1. And you can make this offering and be blessed with any of the conscious resolutions that you would like to manifest in your reality. We now have the next offering, which is the Devi Sahasrama Swarna Kasu, and you can offer this Devi Sahasrama Swarna Kasu and literally have the blessing to manifest and awaken the multiple divine feminine conscious attributes and powers. Actually, if you understand, the Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kasu is a very sacred offering where we are chanting the Lalita Sahasranam and offering the gold coin inscribed with all of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. When we are offering each quality of Devi Parashakti, whether the quality is Lakshmi or Saraswati, when we are chanting that, we are literally cherishing that in our inner space. And she literally blesses us by gracing herself in our inner space and manifesting into reality. Yes. If we can go back, I'll just briefly go over the Mukta Anguti offering. Yes. We have the Mukta Anguti offering, which is from the Devi Suktam. And the English translation says, "Let the goddess who brings good fortune, who is praised by God, who is served by Devendra, who is praised by Devas, troubled by Asuras, who is praised and remembered as devotion to solve all, who is the source of all good in the world, let that goddess destroy all the obstacles." The Mukta is the offering of the pearl ring, a very, very auspicious offering. You can offer that to the very one who bestows all kinds of protection from all dangers and fears. With the next offering we have is the Swarna Padma Pushpa. And there is a beautiful verse from the Lakshmi Suttam. And I'll just be chanting that. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini. Sorry, if we can go back. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murte Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. The English translation says, Devi, who bestows accomplishments and intellect, who showers worldly prosperity, Devi, who powers the subtle mantra of the cosmos, I bow down to you, O Devi Mahalakshmi. Blessings for attracting the positive relationships in personal and business dimensions. That is when you can receive and be blessed with when you offer the Swarna Padma. The Swarna Padma Pushpa is the golden lotus. It's a very, very powerful offering, and it'll adorn Devi Parashakti forever. That's why these offerings are made in gold. Yes. Moving on, let's go to the next slide. Once again, I invite each and every one of you to share in the comments your experiences. We heard from so many people until now about the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading, their experience, and we also I see many people have done and made a donation, made a fee for the offering. Again, thank you for your donations towards Kailasa, and understand when you make one step towards Kailasa and towards the incarnation of Paramashiva, towards Devi Parashakti herself, she makes 1,000 steps towards you. So now, let us enter into the next offering. So we have the Swarna Meti, the golden toe ring. The golden toe ring is the offering of the offering to adorn the feet of Devi Parashakti. There's another beautiful verse from the Saundarya Lahari where it says, Lord Brahma, the creator of yours, selects the dust from your feet and creates this world. The great Adishesha with his 1,000 heads somehow carries the dust of your feet with effort great. And the great Lord Rudra takes it and powders it nicely and uses it as the holy ash. Understand, the very feet dust of Devi Parashakti is used by Lord Brahma to create the whole universe and is used by Lord Rudra, Paramashiva himself, as the holy ash. So you can literally experience so much of fulfillment, completion in your life. Experience the space that Lord Brahma, Lord Paramashiva himself, themselves are strongly and powerfully established in just by worshipping the feet, adorning the feet of Devi Parashakti with the Swarna Meti offering. Yes. So yes, now we have the next offering, which is the offering of the Mantika. And the Mantika has another very beautiful significance in the in Sanatana Hindu Dharma. It says here, actually, this is from the Lalita Sahasranam. It says that Devi Parashakti is Shuddha Sarabhi Varshani, and she is, that means she who makes the nectar flow from the Sahasrara to the Agnya Chakra and permeates through all of our 72,000 energy centers to give us the ultimate experience of the cosmos. The Mantika can literally bestow you with the to live the enlightened lifestyle. And you will see how beautifully you'll be able to manifest the manifest so beautifully whatever you want with just this offering of the Mantika. So once again, I invite anyone who wants, you can make a comment, and I love to interact with each and every one of you. And I love to read your comments and enjoy your experiences. It's always so nice to see your comments. Okay, so let's now see the next offering we have. Yes, the next offering is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Sorry, if we can go back. And this is the favorite of the offerings because it's an offering towards the Guru. And we have a beautiful verse here, which is by Adi Shankaracharya, and his expression of the Sanskrit verses and the extremely profound way that he literally is able to express the highest experience into the Sanskrit lines is a is in itself a way that shows that he is an incarnation of Paramashiva. In these lines, he is speaking on the greatness of worshipping the feet of the Guru. And I just like to chant for you this verse. Yasa yaso me gatam dikya dhana pratipat jagadvastu sarvam kare yoga prasadit guroragnipadme manaschela nagnam tatakyam 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 tatakyam. Here it says, my repute has traveled in all directions through my philanthropy and my prowess. All the things of this world are in my hands as rewards for my virtues. Yet if one does not yes, yet if one does not align to the feet of the Guru, then what then? What then? What then? Such a beautiful verse which reminds us we could have achieved, we can have gone all over the world and achieved everything that we want in our lives. But if we do not align to the feet of the Guru, what the Guru wants, and literally surrender at the feet of the Guru, then there is nothing everything in our life, there's literally everything else can be just thrown out and just literally thrown out, and um, simply it simply doesn't even matter. It's irrelevant if we do not have Guru in our life. So understand that Devi Parashakti is Guru, the feminine consciousness, the one who is beyond the idea of male and female itself. This is the most auspicious offering that you can make towards the Guru, the dimension of the Cosmic Mother, which is the offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. And just with this offering, you can be blessed with the sweetest path to enlightenment. We also have the Vastra Seva, which you can offer. We can go on. The Vastra Seva is another offering that you can make today as well. And if you'd like to make any of these offerings, we can go on to the next slide. We can go on to the next slide. Yes. So as you can see, this is a summary of all the different offerings that we have that you can make today. The Ihundi offering, the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Swarna Kastu, the Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mangtika, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the Vastra Seva. So this brings us to a conclusion of the offerings that you can make. And I just like to briefly show to all of the viewers how you can take your next step. One is something that many of you have already done and you've already seen is the YouTube super chat. You can make the easily offering through the YouTube super chat. To do that, you have to go to Kailasa's SPH Nityananda YouTube channel. So we can go on and we can show the viewers how you can make a payment. The next slide, please. Yes, we have this link for you, and you can immediately just use this link. And I'll just give you a minute to take it down. Yes, we can go on. And once you go to this link, it'll look like this. And the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations all are, this is the gateway for that. And you can see, we can go on to the next slide. All you have to do is select from the drop-down menu about how, about any one of these offerings. And you can, yeah, and we can go on. And then add that to your cart, and you'll see you can review your cart, and then you can press on proceed to checkout. Yes, and you can see the billing details, and you can just fill out these billing details as well. And you can literally just make a payment in just 3 quick steps. So everyone nowadays is doing online shopping, and even our grocery shopping is online. So you can just make an offering very simply, very quickly through the digital platforms right now. So the links are in the scroll below as well if you missed that. And it's continuously going in the scroll. So if you want to make an offering, you can also go to those links. The next slide, please. As you can see, you can also offer through the YouTube Super Chat, and you should join in our YouTube channel. You can hit join, and then you can go to the YouTube Super Chat, which will be on the right-hand side. This is if you are not already on the YouTube Super Chat. The next slide, please. And make sure that you're joined as a member. And only then you can participate in the chat and make an offering if you'd like to, or you can ask a question as well. So make sure right now that you're joined in as a member, and you have different levels as well. You can go on. We can go on to the next slide. And you can see we have a couple of options here also for the payment to join as a member as well. And the next slide, please. Yes, once again, this is the link for all the viewers to make any one of these offerings. Now we're getting ready to go into the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading program. We're going to be entering into this extremely sacred state. As you can see, during that time, it is such an intimate experience where your very consciousness itself is going through transformation. So let's get prepared. And now we're going to be entering into a very unique sharing from a devotee, and who's going to be telling us more about her own experience. We have joining with us. Yes. And she's going to be telling us her own experience about literally Devi Parashakti, about Swamiji. And this is a very intimate experience that she's going to be sharing with us, a transformation literally to the core that we're going to be hearing from her. And as we are going into this preparation for the Devi Parashakti Darshan, each and every one of you can get ready now as we are awaiting the darshan of Devi Parashakti. And as well, I'd love to hear your comments. And we're going to be hearing from Ma Indu Priyal about her experiences. And as well, I'd love to hear all of your comments and your own experiences as well. If you feel you can relate to anything which she is saying, or you'd like to share your experience about the Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan, please go ahead and comment in the comment section. And we'd love to interact with you. I'd love to read out your comments, and I'm so excited to hear from Maya Priyal about her experiences and what she has to share with us today. So thank you so much, Ma, for joining with us.
Nityananda Ma, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak about our beloved Bhagwan and Devi Parashakti, who is manifesting through our Bhagwan's Nichavatara. Thank you so much, Ma. Am I audible, Ma?
Oh, yes, you're definitely very much audible. Thank you so much, Ma, for coming and for joining with us right now. And I was just waiting because the viewers were not able to see you for a little bit of time, but now I see you. So thank you so much for you look beautiful today. And thank you so much for joining with each and every one of us and sharing your most
Yes, Ma. Thank you, Ma. I'm right now, Indu Priyal is a past. I don't even remember. Right now, I'm Nityastava Priyananda. Thanks to our beloved Bhagavan who manifested us Devi Parashakti, and she gave me this beautiful name, Nityastava Priyananda. Thank you so much, Amma. The meaning of this name itself is such a blessing. Swamiji, Nityananda, Swamiji manifesting through this being. Stava means literally praising, manifesting. So Swamiji manifesting through this being, which is celebrated by others and which in turn is celebrated. So literally there is no me at all. Only Swamiji. Swamiji manifesting through this being, which is celebrated by others, which in turn is, cherished by this being. So, and this name itself, Swamiji literally made as an experience and he just bolted it inside me, Ma. There's so much to talk, so much to share and discuss. I don't know where to start and where to, Ma, let me start with the Paramashiva calls that immediately started. Uh, so we all know Paramashiva calls is a 24/7 Zoom room session, which also is aired 24/7 in YouTube live. And for 24/7, every half an hour, we are chanting the Paramashiva Dhyana Sankalpa mantra. We know it is an anupaya that Swamiji has given to humanity, to every being, whoever chants, whoever listens, they have the possibility of liberation. Each and every word in that is each and every syllable is manifesting through the integrity of Swamiji himself. And Swamiji blessed Indupriyal to be the core, Indupriyal along with Shantapriyaya and Shri and Ma Shantapriyaya family to be coordinating this. So this all, let me start with from that. So it happened on March 24th. So how I got programmed from that day itself was, okay, Swamiji has told. So immediately that day itself, we started the Zoom. Swamiji was pouring in all the resources, the people, the acharyas, the coordinators. Nothing was happening from my end. It was only Swamiji. I don't even know why he mentioned our names, because he was doing everything. The Zoom room was opened. Acharyas, they themselves started coming in, like Lalitananda Amma, Malama, Nadarajanaya, everyone, Maitreya Amma opening the Zoom. It was happening on its own by Swamiji's grace. And we were enjoying the space to the core. But as Swamiji said, this collective negativity due to pralaya, it had its toll on me also. So somewhere down, I was how I started behaving was all the 24 hours for 48 sessions every day. I used to sit, take pictures, post it in the more as if it was not like I am doing it, but I went into the mode of somehow I should make it happen. Swamiji has told, so I have to make it. That kind of what to call it? It is a subtle ego. Subtle ego. I let that ego possess me. Everything was happening, everyone was enjoying, but some kind of desperation. Okay, I have to, nothing should go wrong. So, and no sleep, no, literally no food, no nothing. I was actually enjoying the space so much. Acharyas have beautiful experiences, so much of healing, empowerment, so many things were happening, but this subtle pattern of me had to be broken, and Swamiji ensured it happens in such beautiful way. So far we have crossed more than 120 days, so it is like 120 into 48. See, we have crossed nearly 5,500 sessions. It's purely because of his grace. But the delusion made me think, okay, I have to make it. I have to make it. Oh, funny. Now when I imagine, how stupid can someone be to, even get into that mode. So there was no arrogance, but it was there. It was happening inside without my knowledge. So on April 21st, I felt so sick. There was no fever, there was no cold, cough, nothing. But I felt so sleepy. I was sleeping. For 2 days, I was sleeping. So my husband, he said, let's take COVID test. We took COVID test. Even then, I had no clue that it may be COVID. So the next day morning, 22nd morning, April 22nd, almost 1 month since Parameshwar call started. Morning, I got up for routine, spiritual routine, and I was trying to do yoga. My husband said, see, you have tested positive for COVID. At 4:30 a.m., he told me, what will our response be? Naturally, only go to Swamiji, right? So immediately I sent message to Swamiji. Swamiji, I'm tested COVID positive. you know, but that day, it was, in our official page, it was mentioned that Swamiji is in deep samadhi. But the response I got from our Swamiji was like, as if he was waiting to receive my message and heal me. I just sent, and immediately I got the response from him. I am healing you. I am protecting you. I am protecting and healing your entire family. There will be no fatality. That was the period when the second wave in India was at its peak. So many fatalities. Wherever we turn, COVID positive, no oxygen, this, that, all sorts of stories. But we were literally unaffected by it. So much started going inside me. See, the moment I saw the word, saw Swamiji's blessing, I am healing you, I am protecting you. Already, I know not only me, my entire family. I have two small kids and senior citizen parents. I know everyone is protected, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, Swamiji will heal me also. So the third day, on April 22nd, we got the result. On 23rd and 24th, we again went for this government screening. There they tested me and they said there is no existence of any infections inside you. There was no infection. So I didn't have any cold or anything. There was no lung infection, and my oximeter reading was consistently 99. It did not even come to 98.
Oh my
Consistently
God.
99. It was all
Amazing.
Swamiji's. Yeah, it was all Swamiji's grace. But what is happening inside me? It was consistently 99. Even my like in government, they came and they had to make sure that I am in quarantine inside a room. So I was inside a room, isolated from everybody else in the family. But my husband and everyone are saying like, you are doing some drama because you don't seem to be having any disease. There is no cold, no cough, nothing. But temperature, I mean, the oximeter reading is also 99, but the result is coming as positive. So you have to be inside. What happened is for past 1 month I was not at all sleeping, but now Swamiji, he made me sleep. For next 20 days I was sleeping. I was not able to get up. The phone was not with me. It'll be like somebody is waking me up. I'll open the laptop, Swamiji, that red carpet, red screen will be there, Swamiji will come live. That time Swamiji gave so many darshans. In 3 to 4 darshans per day itself happened during that time, in that April, end of April. So not a single session I missed. Swamiji ensured, like how a mother would protect a child in its lap, like that he was literally protecting me and my entire family. I not a He ensured that I'm sitting for each and every session in two-way. Somehow, I don't know who will wake me up, because I was literally locked inside a room. No phone was there with me. But not a single Parashakti Akashic reading session, Arulvaku session was missed. Somehow, Swamiji will ensure I come and sit, and he sees me, I see him, we celebrate each other. It was like that. Magic was happening. Literally, Swamiji gave me the name first and gave me the experience again. If experience followed,
So
I don't know
sweet.
if I don't know if anybody could celebrate Swamiji like that, but he celebrates his devotees, his children in unimaginable and unexplainable ways, in his own ways. He celebrates us like anything. I could feel that. I could feel that whether I want it or not, he will do it for me. I was sitting, and so when I was looking in, till the previous month, from the time Swamiji announced Paramashiva calls, till the time I tested positive, I didn't miss even a single session. I was throughout sitting in the Zoom. Now I'm not able to enter even into one session also. But even when I was sitting inside, how the sessions were happening, now it is happening even more beautifully. I used to be the host and monitor everything in detail. Now it is happening. Acharyas found a way to transfer the host access, not only in Indian timing, but in the global timing, globally. Like our Prema Bhakti Amma from Canada Sangha, everyone, Atmadaya Amma from our Europe and Europe Sangha, Mumbai Sangha, Bangalore Sangha, everyone, the Acharyas started taking their own leads. They became the host and ensure the next Acharya comes. And it was, suddenly it hit me. oh my God, what a delusion I allowed, to enter me. Like, it is not that I am doing something, but it was like, I have to do. Even that is a subtle sort of ego, arrogance. That Swamiji, smoothly, without any pain, in that 1 month, he removed from me. See, it's happening. It's happening beautifully, even without your presence. I am doing it for you, child. Simply for some reason, he called my name. That's it. Once this he started the process, he changed my name also, dropped me from that also. See, that Leela he was doing, ma'am. Actually, not this is what I am sharing is also on a surface level, but subtle level, much more he was doing something in much more in detail, deeper level, at the depth level. What
Conscious.
else was happening? Yes, yes, ma. Like what was happening is I got into some sort of fear. Some what kind of fear is? See, in this Janma, I've met Swamiji for since for past 14 years. So from that day till now, be it in my family, my relatives, my school friends, college friends, my in-laws, everyone they know me only as Nityananda's daughter. That's it. I don't have any other identity. That is the only identity I have. Okay, Nityananda's daughter. That is the way even my neighbors, anyone relates with me only as Swamiji's daughter, nothing else. So from the time this COVID pandemic started, so many of my relatives are doctors. So there is no other option for them. They have to go and meet the patients, COVID patients. So whenever they talk to me, they will ask, what is Swamiji's message? So I would tell them very proudly, see, not only me, because I am his daughter, I am his devotee, our entire family is protected. You don't have to be worried. You will not get COVID. So that not as a, the way I would tell it would be from the space of, from a garva, like, hey, Swamiji is there na, like that. Really, my words will not be arrogant, but I know proud of Swamiji. Swamiji is there. No, you will not get COVID. Don't worry. The moment they speak to me, they okay, they're fine. Okay, we'll not get COVID because Swamiji is protecting us. They may not even be devotee of Swamiji. They have not met Swamiji in person, but from the words that we speak, from that they used to get that healing and that powerfulness. I've heard that from many of my family members. Some people 10 or 20 years elder to me. Some people who are 10 years younger to me. Just when we know that when we speak to you, we know that Swamiji is protecting us. Maybe they don't have the courage to identify themselves as Swamiji's devotee, but they realize that Swamiji is protecting them. In their heart they know that. Maybe they don't have the necessity or courage to accept that openly. Maybe that will happen in the future, but that kind of energy they would get because when they speak to me. But none of them got COVID, but I got COVID. That, oh my God, how am I going to face them? That kind of, oh my God, I got COVID. COVID didn't shake me because I know Swamiji is protecting me. See, because Swamiji's protection is there, I used to do some stupid stuff. I used to go out, all that, which Swamiji has literally prohibited us from doing. But still, I used to do. Like I'm a mother of two kids. What I would do them, I would constantly I will nag them. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I want to ensure they don't do any mistakes. But as a mother, I know when they do any mistake, even if the entire world is against them, I am going to be the first person to protect them. I keep nagging them because they should not do any mistake. But I know when they do any mistake, I'm going to protect them. So the same thing I used to apply for myself. Okay, whatever Swamiji says, I have to follow. But wherever I commit mistakes, I know he will protect me. That kind of, that is always there inside me. At some level, it is there. So, okay, this COVID positive has come now. I know Swamiji will heal me. That is not a problem. But now, how am I going to face my friends, my colleagues, my relatives, my family? How am I going to know? Will they will ask me questions like, has Swamiji let you down? I'm not going to question my pati. I'm not going to question my pati. I know even a delusion, even a whatever it is, a disease, anything, he will do only good for me to raise me to the next level. There is no doubt about it. there is no pain, there is no suffering. Even that time he said, like when I messaged to Swamiji at 4:30 a.m. that I've got positive, because only 2 days back in Parashakti Arulvaki, he had asked me to come to Vidudi. He gave me Kailaya Padavi. He said, I am giving you Kailaya Padavi. He said, Kalam Talti Valve Ilakade Magale, come. Said, don't delay and lose your life.
Oh my
Can
God.
someone give such a warning?
Oh
After
God.
2 days after that, I got tested positive. Such a big warning he has given me, and I didn't follow that. I got tested positive, and then still he said, "I'm going to protect you. I'm healing you. Your entire family." I sent a message, Swamiji, you told I didn't come. That also I'm typing. He said, Swamiji said, I am trying my level best possible to protect you people, but you guys are choosing suffering. Ha 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 ha. From Swamiji. Imagine how it will be, ma. Oh my God. But in that moment, I know for my children, what will I do? If, till the moment they are going to do any mistake, I'll keep nagging them. Don't do, don't do, don't do. Like that. Such a compassionate mother, Swamiji is constantly trying to tell me. But such a cranky child, I behaved like I didn't listen. But still, I, even it's something beyond a mother can protect the way he protected, and so subtle, that subtle fear caught hold of me. I don't want to wake up. I'm sleeping because how am I going to answer these people? I'm not going to question my Swamiji. Even
Of
a
course.
disease is not going to lead me to suffering, but it is going to raise me to some other level. But how am I going to, what answer am I going to give these people? Then that subtle level, I'm sleeping constantly, but it is going on inside my mind. So Swamiji in this pralaya, like in day before yesterday, Akashic reading, Swamiji said, because of this collective negativity, that is happening around, we feel stuck everywhere. Be it health or wealth or relationships or even enlightenment, we are struck. So this is one of my patterns that I'm struck.
Yes.
You know, always, I don't know to speak anything else. I've become like I can speak only about Swamiji.
Of
Three
course.
sentences I cannot speak continuously without mentioning the word Swamiji. To be to anyone, my husband has given me a name Cuckoo. Like Cuckoo, you will go and press the calling bell of everyone's home and say, Cuckoo, Swamiji has told this, Cuckoo. Be it in WhatsApp or
Amazing.
wherever you go, you'll say, Cuckoo, Cuckoo, Cuckoo. Nobody can stop you, whether they listen or don't listen, they understand, don't understand. Simply, you will go on talking about what Swamiji has told. Only one power can stop you. He said, what is that power? The next satsang of Swamiji, until Swamiji gives the next satsang, you will continue with this. So as I'm programmed like that, Swamiji's ultimate compassion, nothing else can distract. If at all we ourselves consciously decide and get into some delusion also, we cannot stay in that delusion for a long time. We'll feel so suffocated, and we'll again run back to Swamiji. Swamiji, this we have created this stuff. Pull me out. He will very beautifully pull us out of it. That has become very easy to
That's amazing.
out of his pure compassion. Then I realized, so I have to grow beyond this also. For that, he has made this experience. First thing, I am not the doer at all. Everything, even my thoughts, my actions. See, the food I eat, I can say I'm eating the food, but it becoming a blood and getting, converted into energy. Am I doing it? No, Swamiji is doing it. Then how can I get into the delusion that I am doing these things? Am I beating my heart? No, Swamiji is doing it for me. How
Amazing.
is that such realization he gave me. So it
Thank
became easy for me to relate with myself and others. Okay,
Yes.
everything is Swamiji. Everything is, even before that it was there, but it was there as a thought, at the logical level, at the intellectual level. But
Now at the
during
very
that time,
consciousness level.
yes, yeah, just experiential level.
Amazing.
God, it
And I
became.
can see.
I am.
Mm. Sorry, Ma, sorry to interrupt. I can say literally that is exactly what Swamiji, at a very consciousness level, that is what is conscious sovereignty that Swamiji has been teaching us about so much. And literally, he's been giving us that experience like for each and every one of us. And even though we don't have so much more time, and we're eagerly awaiting the darshan of Devi Parashakti in just a few minutes, and we're going to get prepared now with the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra and the Bhava Samadhi Darshan preparation. Thank you so much, Ma, for your sharing. It literally moved me so much. So nice to hear. And I'd love for all the viewers to comment your reactions and any comments that you have. Amazing sharing where someone has been literally healed from COVID, and literally through that, Swamiji has just seamlessly operated so such that it's not just a breakthrough in physical health, going beyond and entering and protecting in the physical way, but making a breakthrough happen in the very consciousness itself. That is the power of avatar in your life. And thank you so much, Ma, once again for sharing. It was so beautiful how you walked us through that sharing. And I love the way your excitement and absolute faith for being Swamiji's daughter. And now we'll be entering into the next segment of today's program and eagerly awaiting the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Let us now enter into the next segment, the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra. Everyone can take a few minutes right now. Sit comfortably. Don't move for the next 1 hour through the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra and through the Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. Let us be in this deep space, entering into a sacred, intimate space with Devi Parashakti. Something even more than anything that you've experienced in your life. Let's get ready now, and we'll be right back with you after a short break.
Anandam. Now let us all enter into the Paramashiva Dhyanam. Given by the Avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Goodness, Bhagavan Shri Dhyana. Just for all the viewers to know, in less than about half an hour time, we are going to be having the live darshan of Devi Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Goodness, Bhagavan Shri Dhyana Parameshwar. And we are also going to be having the Akashic readings revealed by Devi Parashakti. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has blessed the Paramashiva Dhyana mantra as an initiation, Diksha, that transmits the spiritual powers, just like how when the Avatar gives the Diksha through a look, Nayana Diksha, or a touch, Sparsha Diksha, same way, just through the mantras, the spiritual energies of the Avatar are transmitted to the devotees. Anyone to whom this mantra is chanted from the space of oneness and deep restful awareness. That person is bestowed with health, well-being, wealth, abundance, prosperity, love, fulfilling relationships, enormous growth, success in business, job, finances, a complete and a fulfilled life manifest that any types of doshas or sins or evil lives or obstacles leading to a long, healthy and peaceful life. By the grace and blessings of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailas's Department of Human Services and Kailas's Department of Religion and Worship is offering the Paramashiva Dhyana Mantra prayer service for all of. Today we are going to be offering our prayers and request the blessings of Devi Parashakti in the Nitya Avatara, the physical embodied form of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidana, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Parameshwaram, on behalf of each and every one of you for the following benefits. We are going to be praying for you to have healing from all your health issues, healing from all the psychological stress, anxiety, healing of addictions, moving out of depression, moving out of pain patterns, improved career, for you to have healing relationships with your spouse, family, profession, have a breakthrough in the wealth dimension. We are also praying for Devi Para Shakti to protect all the children that were orphaned during the pandemic. And we are also praying so that you have protection from all natural calamities, protection from lost wages and income, solution, and so that you can have solution to any problem. So that you have breakthrough in creativity, increased inspiration, that you can move out of debt and have experience that increased energy and vitality. We are also praying for you to be healed from any insecurities and for you to have protection from any direct or indirect effects of the pandemic. For the leadership consciousness to be awakened in you and for the healing to happen from any genetic or inherited disorder. Today, we are also praying for you to experience complete completion in your muscle memory and bio memory and experience completion with your biological mother and experience feeling connection with the cosmic mother. We are praying for the divine feminine consciousness to be awakened in you and for the grace, blessings and protection of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to always be with you. Now let's enter into the Paramashiva Dhyana. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Hri Nityanandaya Namaha. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. I surrender to that Sadguru who is the eternal bliss, the bestower of supreme happiness, the one who is the embodiment of wisdom, who is beyond duality, who is omnipresent, to whom the supreme goal is giving the enlightenment experience, who is eternal, pure and unshakable, who is the silent spectator of all thought processes, who is beyond emotions, who is without the three qualities called Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Make a conscious resolution in the presence of the avatar. The power of the Sankalpa itself will deliver the experience and manifest your reality. Om Mamo Pata Samasta Duritakshay Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Prityartham.
I am taking this conscious resolution today for destroying all my karmas and sins and in order to please Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam.
Asya Devadevasya Mahadevasya Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayakasya, who is the God of all gods, who is the greatest of gods, the Lord of universes and multiverses, who is the Lord of the cosmos, Sakala Jagat Srishti Sthiti Samhara Tiro Bhava Anugraha Kya Panchakritya Parayanasya, the one who does the cosmic actions of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, आदिमध्यान्तरहितस्य अप्रमेय पराक्रमस्य तत्त्वार्थ गोचरस्य, the one who is the beginning, middle and end, the one who is immeasurable, अकार उकार मकारात्मक प्रणवात्मकस्य वृषभारूढस्य महादेवस्य कामिकादिवातुलान्त महातन्त्राख्य शैवागमस्वरूपस्य सकलनिगमागमस्वरूपस्य शुद्धाद्वैत शैव स्वरूपस्य नित्यानन्दपदस्थस्य नित्यानन्दस्वरूपस्य शुद्ध सच्चिदानन्द विग्रहस्य रूपातीतस्य सकल निष्कल स्वरूपस्य नित्य निरञ्जन निरामय निर्विकार खण्डादि विशेषणस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूतस्य सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवस्य च प्रीत्यर्थं शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वत मन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बो द्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ. During this auspicious time, during the second half of the lifetime of Lord Brahma, during the Kalpa called Shvetavaraha, during the regime of Vaivasvata Manu, during the first quarter of the Yuga called Nitya Yuga,
in the island called Jambu, in
the continent called Bharatavarsha, in the Indian subcontinent called Bharata Khanda, in the southern side of the Mount Meru, in the Shaka era, in the auspicious year, which is one of the set of 60 years of practice of which Prabhupada is the first year, in the auspicious Ayana, in the auspicious season, in the auspicious month, in the auspicious Paksha, on the auspicious Tithi, on the auspicious day, during the auspicious Nakshatra, auspicious Yoga, and auspicious Karana, during such an auspicious moment, Adi Kailase Kalpavrikshasya Daha Nityanandanagare Smrita Smritana Muktidayake Mahakshetre. Now we request all the participants, whether you're offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else, if you are offering this for any male, kindly chant the male names now. Namadheyasya. Now we request all the participants, whether you're offering this mantra for yourself or for someone else, if you are offering for a female, kindly chant the female names now. Namnyaha cha yajamanaanamavayoho sahakutumbanam bandhuvarganam dayadivarganam mitravarganam sodaravarganam samesham. For all those who are participants who send me with their families, relatives, inheritors, friends, brothers and everyone, Sarvabhishta Siddhyatam, Sarvamangalavapyatam, Uttarottaranavachinna, Siralakshmi Praptyatam. Always let there be all types of good and auspiciousness. Always let there be unbroken and steady flow of abundance, prosperity and wealth. Kutumbe sarvesham sarvabhishta siddhyatam chintita manorathavaapyatam ayudhyurithyatam. Let the families always have all kinds of auspiciousness and anything which is desired be fulfilled. Samesham adhivyadinivrityatam samesham shiradipada-paryantam vidyamananam sameshu angeshu janita janishyamana sakala vidha nana vidharoganam vyapohartham tadvara rogadridagatravapuh siddhyartham. Let all the chronic diseases be healed. Let all kinds of diseases and disorders in the body, starting from head till toe, which has occurred or which is yet to occur in various parts of the body, be healed. Let a strong, diseaseless, healthy, handsome, and graceful body be obtained. Samesham Parekartribhishcha Kritakarishyaman Sakalavida Mantra Tantra Yantra Vishachurna Apichara Stambhana Marana Uchchatana Vidveshana Vashikaranati Mantrika Prayoge Vyaha Rakshana Praptyartam Tadvara Samesham Sarva Bhishta Siddhyartam. Let the protection be obtained from all evil effects of acts performed by people either in the past or yet to be performed in the future through the malevolent purpose, through the use of mantras, tantras, yantras, poisonous pills, employing spells for malevolent purposes like making a person immobile, killing a person through vomiting, diarrhea, upsetting and ruining their health, poisonizing, hypnotizing, etc. Apamrityu dosha nivrityartham, kala mrityu, akala mrityu, durmrityu nivrityartham. That all the doshas or ill effects related to death like destined death, unnatural death, fatal death be removed. Samesham anta drishti, bahi drishti, krura drishti, vyapara drishti, anukula drishti, pratikula drishti, ityadi, sakalavida drishta, dosha nivrityartham. That all the evil effects of known and unknown sources, effects of cruelty, filled eyes, evil eyes of business enemies, the effects of evil eyes of people who may project as if they are well-wishers, effects of evil eyes of people who are against our well-being be removed. Samesham anta shatru, bahi shatru, krura shatru, vyapara shatru, anukula shatru, pratikula shatru, ityadi sakalavida shatru vada nivrityartham.
That all the effects of inner enemies, outer enemies,
fierce enemies, business enemies, enemies who project themselves as good, enemies who work against our well-being be removed. Samesham Matrishapadi Sakalavida Shapanam Vyapovanatam. Let the effects of all curses right from the mother be removed. Anadi Avidya Vasanaya Pravartam Ane Asmin Mahati Samsara Chakre Vichitra Bihi Karmagati Bihi
Vichitra
Suyo Nisho Punak Punahane Kada Janetva. From time immemorial due to ignorance, we get caught in the vast cycle of birth and death, and due to the effects of our action, we take birth again and again in various bodies. This quiet, strange, Kenapi Punya Karma Visheshena Bhagavataha Nityananda Parama Shivasya Parimitaya Kripaya Idanin Tana Manushya Janma Praptavatam. Yet, due to some good action, the extreme and immeasurable compassion and grace of Bhagavan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam, we have been blessed with a human body. Samesham Janmani Purvajanmani Janma Janmantareshu Sarvaihi Kritanam Shiva Ninda Devi Ninda Guru Ninda Dosha Vyapohartam Shiva Paradha Devyaparadha Gurvaparadha Dosha Vyapohartam. Any kind of abuse we may have done to Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru in the present birth, past birth or in any of the births we removed. Any kind of crimes or offences committed against Paramashiva, Parashakti and Guru be removed. Brahma Hatya Surapana Swarnasteya Guru Talpa Gamana Sansargakya Panchamaha Patakadi Samasta Papa Vetiriktartham. Let the 5 great sins like killing a Brahmin, drinking prohibited alcohol, stealing gold, having illicit relationship with Guru's wife, son, mother, elder sister, and other such motherly figures, and associating with those people who have committed one or the other of mentioned sins be removed. Apicha sarvai balye vayasi kaumare yauvane vardhakyecha. Let all the karmic effects of actions done as a child, adolescent, youth, and as an old age person, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Avasthasu, all the karmic effects of action done in wakeful dream or deep sleep state, Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, Vyaparehi, Sambhavitanam, let all the sins done through Karmendriyas, that is the 5 organs which perform action like speech, hands, feet, excretion, and reproductive organs, and Jnanendriyas, that is the 5 organs which receive information like ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and skin. Rahasya Kritanam, Prakasha Kritanam, Atipatakanam, Upapatakanam, Sakalikarananam, Malinikarananam, Apatrikarananam, Jati Brahmshakanam, Kinitanam, Evam Navanam, Navavidhanam, Bahonam, Bahuvidhanam, Sarvesham Papanam, Sadhyaha. Let the sins which were done openly or secretly, the greatest of the great sins,
minor of the
minor sins, multiple sins, sin like raping a woman, and justifiable sins, not destroying the caste system, narrow-minded sins, such 9 sins and 9 types of sins, more sins and more types of sins be removed immediately and instantly. अपनोदन द्वारा समस्त मंगल प्राप्त्यर्थम शिव भक्ति देवी भक्ति गुरु भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम परमशिवत्व परमशिव शक्ति
परमेश्वर स्थिति सिद्ध्यर्थम through the
removal of sins, let us be showered with all auspiciousness. Let Paramashiva Bhakti, Devi Bhakti, and Guru Bhakti be obtained. Let the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, and powers of Paramashiva be obtained. Kutumbe Sarvesham Mangala Praptyartham Nyonya Prema Abhivrityartham Purnatva Siddhyartham Sarva Panivrityartham. Let the whole family always be showered with all auspiciousness. Let mutual love bloom among all the people. Let completion happen. Let all the mishap be removed. Chiprarogya-vaptyartham ayur-bhivridyartham. Let healthy body be obtained instantly and immediately. Let longevity be bestowed. Vyapare udyoge cha sarvajanavashikaranartham tadvara unato natasthana-praptyartham. Let your charisma impress everyone in business and job, and through that let you attain the best of the best position. Bahudhana saukya praptyartham griha kanaka pashuputra pautra dhanadhanya saukya praptyartham. Let extremely wealthy and happy life happen. Let various wealth be showered in the form of house, gold, cattle, children, grandchildren, money, grains, and all comforts related to worldly life. Aditya Deenanavanam Grahanam Dosha Pida Nivaranartham. Aditya Deenanavanam Grahanam Anukulyata Siddhartham. Let all the malefic effects of the 9 planets be removed, and let auspiciousness be showered by the grace of all the 9 planets. Bhumyantarikshe Vidyamana Bhuta Preta Pishacha Rakshasa Brahma Rakshasa Vetala Kushmanda Dakini Shakini Ityadi Sarvarishta Nivaranartham. Let all the evil effects of cause calamities on planet Earth, the evil effects from various demonic beings like Bhuta, Preta, dead people, Pishacha, Demon, Rakshasa, Brahma Rakshasa, Vetala, Ghost, Kushmanda, class of demons, Dakini, little devil, Shakini, kind of female demon, be removed. Manovyakulata Nivaranartham. Let the mental confusion and worry be removed. Prarabdhe karmani karishyamane karmani adidayvika adibhautika adhyatmika vigna nivaranartham. Let all the obstacles be removed with regard to actions done or going to be done relating to God, world and spirituality. Samastarana nivaranartham. Dhana Lakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi, Saubhagya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Shaurya Lakshmi, Veera Lakshmi, Vijay Lakshmi, Ityadi Ashtalakshmi Paripurna Kripa Kataksha Siddhartham. Let all the loans be removed. Let all the Lakshmis like Dhana Lakshmi, wealth, Dhanya Lakshmi, food and rich, Santana Lakshmi, offspring, Saubhagya Lakshmi, fortune, Vidya Lakshmi, brains, Shaurya Lakshmi, bravery, Veera Lakshmi, heroism, Vijay Lakshmi, success be showered upon, Pariksha, Sumnata Sthane, Vijaya Praptyatam, Sarva Vidya Parangata Siddhartham, Megha Shakti, Grahana Shakti, Abhivridyartham. Let the top rank be obtained in the examination. Let all the excellence be acquired in all fields of knowledge. Let the memory, power, understanding, ability be increased. Ityadi Sakalavida Sanmangalani Guru Pakatachena Praptyatam. By the grace of the Guru, let all the auspiciousness be showered upon Shri Kailas Unadadvada Shanta Shamala Pita Rudha. The one who has ascended the Madurai Shamala Pita, the Pita established by Devi Meenakshi, the incarnation of Shamala Devi, which is the supreme place of Kailasa, where Parameshwar resides and rules the whole cosmos and Kailasa. Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Pinnaswarupa Shivaputra Ratna Kumara, the one who is no different from Meenakshi Sundareshwara, the most beloved son of Parameshwara, the young boy, Gurumanya Tulyavatara, Shri Parvati Sanyapana Labda Divya Jnana Vishit Sakra Nigama Gamasara Dravida Veda Pravartita, the young boy who is the gem among gurus and unequaled avatar, the one who received enlightenment by drinking the breast milk of Devi Parvati, the author of Dravida Veda, which is the essence of all Vedas and Agamas. Srimad Parameshwar Karuna Samrigatam Maichadrashayana Niyamana Chatra Chamara Chichinna Kahaladi Samasta Viradavalyalankrit Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti. The one adorned by the quadrangular palanquin made of pearl, received by the grace of Parameshwar, adorned by young musical instruments, sacred symbols of worship, etc., adorned by the hymns of praises, the one who has won the whole world by his enlightenment and the science of enlightenment and been accepted as supreme ruler. Sarva Jana Sangha Satyo Nirvana Diksha Vyabha Varga Varsha Vishrana Jimhuta Paramata Kalabha Kesari Shavara Videha Mukya, immutable state of enlightenment immediately by Nirvana Diksha to all people. The one who creates this protecting leader, the roaring lion and trumpeting elephant for other legions. Shaiva Siddhanta Sthapanacharya Shri Raja Diraja Pandya Maharaj Guru Shafana Shakyadi Mahandakara Nivarana Jnana Bhanu Ekshana Nirhara Dvajo Chedana Purvaka Srimad Rishvadvaja Sthapaka Shaiva Samaya Tardre The Acharya who established Shaiva Siddhanta, the Rajaguru of the Pandya king, who is the supreme king of all kings, the Guru of also Pandya king, the supreme kings of all kings, enlightening sun that removes utter darkness of delusion, the one who is himself the Rishabha flag, the creator and reviver of Shaivism. Shaiva Siddhanta Stapana Acharya Shri Rajadiraja Pandya Maharaja Guru Shapna Shakyadi Mahanta Karanivarana Jnana Bhanu Vikshana Narhara Dujotchedana Purvaka Shri Rishabhadvaja Stapaka Shaiva Samaya Kartre the Acharya who established Shaiva सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगत गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी प्ररुदित श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्र दुष्टम गुरु महासन्निधान the one who is the ruler of Sarvajna Pita, the seat of omniscience, O the avatar of such above mentioned attributes, the guru of the whole world, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Swami, Appa Sundaran Manikya Vachaka Swami, O the ruler of the kingdom of enlightenment, the Shamala Pita Mahasamstana, which is survived by Jnana Sambandha Swami, O the one who is ascended the seat of omniscience, 297 Guru Mahasannidhana, Arunagiri Yogeshwara Paramparagata, Arunachala Sarvajna Pita Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Arunachala Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Kailasa Paramparagata, Pancha Kailasa Sarvajna Pita, Trayasam Chaduttara Dushatama Guru Mahasannidhana, the one who has ascended the seat of Kanchi, Kailasa Sarvajna Pita, the 233rd point to Guru Mahasannidhana in the lineage of Kailasa, Nityotsava Nityamangala Nitya Kalyana Nitya Kailasa Paramparagata, Adi Kailasa Nityananda Pita, Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pita Kartre, the creator of the Nityananda Pita, Mahasamastana Mahasimhasana Pita, which is eternally celebrating auspicious festival and having the attractive energy of enriching Sakshat Shri Parameshwara Buddha, Kailasa Paramparagata, Vaidusutama Vishwa Parichandra Bhagirata, Shri Ramachandra Shurasi Nityanava Chinna, Sarvabhauma Chakrati Paramparagata, Chatushashti Yogini Mandita, Chatushashti Sampradaya Pravartakam, Buddharmashas, Yom Chaprapta, Sarvajna Pita, Surangi, Samrajam, Buddha, Vishikta Chudamani, Sakshat Shri Parameshwara Samudbhuta, Kaikila Mahaguru Punarudrita, Mahanirvani Pita, Stodra Sasa Shri Mahamandaleshwara, the 1000th Mahamandaleshwara of Mahanirvani Pita established by Bhagavan Parameshwara himself and revived Visage Kapila, Sakshat Shri Parameshwara Simhasana Abhishekta, Samasakananayaka Shri Mahaganapati Samarambha Navachinna Pita Deshwara, Guru Parampara Prapta, Ashtotara Sahasratama, Ashtotara Sahasra Shri Atala Pita Deshwara, the 1008 Shri Atala Pita Deshwara of Atala Pita, which has an unbroken lineage of point to starting from Bhagavan Mahaganapati, who is the leader of the Ganas and was coronated by Bhagavan Parameshwara himself, Mukti Swarga Purasarana Pita Trayo Vimsha Guru Mahasannidhana, the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhana of Mukti Swarga Purasarana Pita, Kailasa Paramparagata, Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita Jagat Guru, the Jagat Guru of Adi Pita Sarvajna Pita in the lineage of Kailasa, Shri Kailasa Punarudharata, Shri Kailasa Paramacharya, Shri Paramahansa Parivrajaka Acharya, Vari Sachidananda Pranavasrupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta, Shri Jagat Guru, Shri Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva, Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swami Nam Prityartham, who is in the state of Paramahamsa, the Acharya of all sannyasis, the Parivrajaka, the embodiment of pure truth consciousness and bliss, the embodiment of sacred syllable Om, the knower of the Vedas, the one who is established in super consciousness, Tesham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartham, Guru Kripa Kataksha Siddhyartham, Kshema Stairya Virya Vijaya Ayura Rogya Aishwaryanam Abhirudyartham, Dharmata Kamamoksha Sudvita Palapurushartha Siddhyartham, समस्त युद्धोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत नित्यानन्देश्वर परमेश्वरस्य श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमेश्वर अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवतः श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वरस्य च ज्ञान षोडशोपचार सर्वोपचार अर्चनाराधना पूजा प्रार्थना करिष्ये। ओम आनंद गंधनिलयाय नमः, ओम भवरोग भेषजाय नमः, ओम कल्पतरवे नमः, ओम पशुपतये नमः, ओम पाशुमोचकाय नमः, ईशितफलदायकाय नमः, ओम भाग्यवृत्ति परिवर्तकाय नमः, ओम आदिव्याधि विनाशकाय नमः, ओम समस्त कल्याण गुणान्विताय नमः, ओम विडुधिपुरीशाय नमः, ओम श्रीकैलासपतये नमः, ओम शिवशक्ति स्वरूपाय नमः, ओम श्री नित्यानंदाय नमः, ओम हम शिवाय नमः, ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिवाय नमः, ओम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव अवतार भूत सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिने नमः। ओम नित्यानंदम let's enter into the stotra. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayana manikya mauli suratharanayaka shekaram smitamukhim apinavakshoruham Vanipyamadipunaratna chashakam raktotpalam vipratim saumyam ratnagarastharakcharanam Tayet paramam vikam. The mother is to be meditated upon as a shining with brilliant red body, triple light sporting a crown of rubies studded with a crescent. A face of false maidens, a splendid first one hand holding a jewel cup, brimming with mead, and the other one twirling a red lotus. Arunam karunam tarangitakshim dhritapashangusha pushpavana chapam animadipiravratam ayukairahamikteva vipavaye bhavani.
I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color. Her eyes are full of compassion, and she holds a sword and the bow and flowery arrow. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima for race, and she is the self within me.
Yayet padmasanastam vikasitavadanam padmapatrayadakshim hemam pam trivalankara-yuktam satatam abhayatam bhaktanam ram bhavanim Shri Vidyan Shantamurti Sakala Suranutam Sarva Sampat Pradatri. Divine Goddess is to be meditated upon as seated on the lotus with petal light. She is golden hued and has lotus flowers in her hand. She dispels fear of the devotees who bow before her. She is the embodiment of peace, knowledge, and is praised by gods and grants any wish wished for. Now at the same space, let us all get ready. Enter into the meditation. Let's get ready, get prepared, receive darshan of Devi Paraksha. Sit your head, spine and straight. Start chanting Bhava
Nityananda Paramashivoham
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham